BJP's two-day national executive meet to begin in Allahabad today. Top party leaders and several union cabinet ministers will take part in the deliberations. Over 300 senior party leaders, chief ministers of BJP-ruled states are also likely to participate in the two-day meet. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will attend the valedictory session of the meeting. In Rajya Sabha elections, BJP wins 11 seats, Samajwadi Party bags 7, Congress wins 6 and PSP 2 seats. Union ministers Venkaiah Naidu, Harshvardhan, Chaudhry Virendra Singh, Nirmala Sitharaman and Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi registers victories, while Congress leader Kapil Sibal wins from UP. President Pranab Mukherjee will embark on three-nation tour of Ghana, Ivory Coast and Namibia today. Wide range of bilateral, regional and international issues likely to come up during his talks with African leaders. President Mukherjee will be accompanied by a Minister of State, 4 members of the Parliament and senior officials and a business delegation. Civil Aviation Ministry has proposed new compensation norms for air passengers. Airlines to compensate the passenger with a whopping 200% of one-way basic fare and airline fuel charge if denied boarding due to overbooking despite valid ticket. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj flagged off the first batch of Kailash Mansarovar Yatris. The Ministry of External Affairs has received 1,400 applications for the Yatra so far. Out of these, 350 pilgrims will reach Kailash Mansarovar via Nathula Pass in Sikkim. India on Saturday said it will bear the full cost of setting up an independent campus of the South Asian University, a SARC institution which held its first convocation on Saturday. This was announced by the Minister of State for External Affairs Minister V.K. Singh. Enforcement Directorate has attached properties worth rupees 1,411 crore belonging to former liquor baron Vijay Mallya in IDBI loan default case. The ED had moved a special PMLA court in Mumbai to declare Mallya a proclaimed offender in money laundering case. In Himachal Pradesh, at least 8 persons, including 5 women, were killed and 20 others injured when a private bus rolled 150 feet deep into a gorge near Darula Ghat in Solan district. In Gujarat, 11 persons, including 3 children, were killed when a truck hit an auto rickshaw in which they were travelling in Amreli district. Queen Elizabeth II marked her official 90th birthday on Saturday by taking salute at a special military parade in London. Queen smiled and waved to crowds as she was driven with her husband and Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, who wore a ceremonial red military uniform. Libyan forces claimed they have retaken control of the port in the city of Sirte after fierce fighting against Islamic State militants. Sirte is the most significant IS stronghold outside Iraq and Syria. Earlier this week, warplanes bombed IS positions in Sirte, while naval forces fired missiles into the port. UEFA said on Saturday it firmly condemns the street battles involving rival fans before the England-Russia European Championship match, which left an Englishman in a critical condition. India's defence held its ground against Great Britain as they clinched a 2-1 victory in the 36th Championship trophy on Saturday, putting them at the top of the league standings with 4 points. Mandeep Singh and Harmanpreet Singh scored 1 each from India, while Ashley Jackson found the mark once for Great Britain. Saina Nehwal will take on world number 12 Sun Yu of China in the women's singles finals of Australia Badminton Open today. Saina beat her Nemesis Wang Yan of China 21-8, 21-12 in the semi-finals. In the first one-day international match at Harare, India registers thumping victory over Zimbabwe, beat the hosts by 9 wickets. Chasing a target of 169 runs, India scored 173 runs in 42.3 overs. Young Indian batsman KL Rahul hit a century on its ODI debut.